And welcome to a brand new episode of Let's Play Frostpunk. Let's get back into the game. So when we were last here, we just finished off our last lot of research, and we probably need to start something else, although it is night time, so the actual research won't start until people get back to work. So I've been wondering about what we can do next. We already have the coal mine, so we have the option to actually get a coal mine. I think we've just got a thumper at the moment. Is that what we've got here? Coal thumper. Yeah, so what are we short of? Steel? Although I believe, did we just have the one steel? That's just a resource depot. I'm trying to find where everything is. It's been a few weeks since I have last played. I recorded a bunch of episodes in turn, and then obviously just left them to upload once a week, which is probably why I'm a little bit out of practice in speaking, so I do apologise in advance. And I think another steelworks might not be bad. I mean, how are we doing food-wise? We have lots of food rations, raw food. We're bringing in two hot houses. How are our scouts doing? Where are they going now? So they are actually going to a coal mine, so we're hopefully going to get quite a bit of coal from there. We're looking at maybe setting up an outpost or a second scout team to move things along a bit quicker. Now I'm assuming there's going to be some research based around that, exploration. So we've got the more scouts outpost depot. Allows us to build outpost depots. So that will bring us more stuff in as well, which as usual consumes people, of which we have quite a lot of unemployed. So I'd like to actually get an outpost. So what is it? So that's to deploy outpost teams. Tech, workshop, we've got the beacon, steelworks, people, 10, health, and that's okay. So we need to be looking for some tech that'll actually allow us to create more scouts. So that's I'll just deploy an initial scout team at the beacon, raising the limit to 2. So do I need to go to the actual beacon? Where is the beacon? Whoops. Here it is. So we need 40 wood and 5 workers, of which we have. Boom. New scout team. Great stuff. Let's get these guys out to Winterhelm and go. That's good. That was confusing me last time I was playing this. I was thinking, well, why can't I actually do that? I just need to click on the beacon apparently. Yay! Oh, my brain is mush. Okay, so we got the 2 sawmills working as well. So yes, back to technology. We have enough people right now. See, we only have 1 steam core, so I'm loath to try and give us more stuff at the moment that uses the steam cores, which like the steam sawmill, steam steelworks. These all take more steam cores, so we need a way to actually generate them. I think actually. There was a factory option, wasn't there? So if we get a factory a plant where automatons, nearly fucked that one up, and other highly advanced devices can be produced. So if we get a factory going, we can actually create prosthetics for the people who are unable to work. So which we have like 6 amputees, so we'll be able to knock out 6 prosthetics. I think we probably want to go down that route. Actually, let's get the factory going. It cost me 30 wood, 20 steel. That's just going to reduce the... Right, yeah, let's get on with that. So everyone's resting. We've got some discontent. Actually, don't want to go fastest speed. That will just destroy me. We've got some discontent about bad food. There was mention about some Londoners last time we were playing as well, which mentions people wanting to return to London because apparently it's better than the north, which... Being a norther, I wholly disagree with, but yeah, if they want to go, let them go. They'll only die in the snow. Okay, let's get the speed back up again. I forget that when something pops up, things are going well. What a lovely morning! I'm ready to take on the day. I wouldn't say it was lovely, but yeah, okay. I was looking at again, I've mentioned him probably many times, but he's a bit of a YouTubing hero of mine, and that's Quill18. I was watching something that Quill was doing. Let's get back to normal as work has started. And he managed to find some sort of heat map, which I haven't been able to find where the heat map is. which just gave a lovely display of, you know, hot and cold areas. you know, the coverage of the Steam hubs, things like that. But I just, for the life of me, I haven't been able to find it. If you do know where... Oh! So, I found it. Let's see what we've got. So, the fighting arena is chilly, but I don't think we need it. I don't think it needs really any heat-wise. Although I suppose if people are there, they would want to keep warm. So that's a steam hub right next to the fighting arena. The fighting arena does not have any heat levels. So I'm going to assume that at the moment the steam hubs don't need any warmth. So let's turn the heater on there. I hadn't realised that heater was off. Is that heat? So that's heating, that's heating. Yeah, okay, so everyone looks to be nice and warm. The workshop doesn't need the heater switching on because it's in a livable area. Got some nice warmth coming in. Okay, so yeah, I found it. Great, that's awesome. Look at all the people milling around. I wish I could get a closer zoom, but I imagine the game would probably lose something. I wonder if you can. Is there actually people? So there's no 62. So there's not actually any spectators, but I wonder if you can actually see fights going on. It'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? See, we've got a warning about food. Actually, we're getting close to max on food storage. So where are our storage depots? So we've got wood, coal, and food rations. So does that mean we're actually we're going to max out on storage of food? Oh god, the temperature's going to drop again. That's going to be fun, but I think we've got everything covered now. We don't have any people coming back. We have people unemployed. It always seems to be a bit of a fine balancing act in this game. So yeah, the food storage is going down. It might be worth actually getting another storage depot up. Are we ever actually going to max out food? Because I don't want to lose any food. Because if you've maxed out your storage and you bring some more stuff in, you do lose that stuff you brought in. It doesn't go anywhere, it just disappears, which kind of sucks. Are we ever going to max out food? I mean, it's great that we've got loads of food. We're never going to have loads of raw food, I believe. We're also going to convert it into food rations. Wood's okay. Now, I'm wondering, do I get a second steel mill? Is it worth having a second steel mill right now? We've got the automaton working on this one. So what does steel need? Steelworks. It needs coal, of which we are doing pretty well with coal at the moment. Now we have the factory. So let's have a look at the. Let's get another tech going. Lighter scout sleds. By using the lighter sled, scouts will move 50% faster. That's pretty cool. I will take that. Let's have a look at the factory. What does the factory give us then? Base heating level 2, 30 wood, 15 steel, and it does use the steam core. I don't want to build that just yet. I don't think it's worth doing that just yet. So does the resources. Steelworks. So that was only going to take us 25 wood. It does have a base heating level of 1, so you'd want it to be pretty close by. How is it here? So with the heater on, the weather is livable out here in the steelworks. So do I just stick a second steelworks next to it? So the building will destroy the resources. That's where we want to put it. I'm going to go for a second steelworks. What is the worst that could happen? And we'll get a street around as well. Does that take? Yeah, the posts are there, so someone will come along and build that. I just want to go to a decent speed. So again, we're smashing out food right now. Okay, I'm going to build a second warehouse. I think we can get away with it. I don't want to lose food, and we can always change the focus of what's being stored in there when we no doubt run out of said food. Resource depot. Let's build it in there. Get the speed up a little bit through the day, it's not too bad, so we'll keep moving on that. So our scouts are not far away. We've got the double research on the go, which is great. It does stack, but obviously the more you have, the less you get. So I think if you have one, it's 100% research, then your second one is 150%, and it's 125, 125, 175. I think that goes up to 180 after that drops off the edge of the cliff quite rapidly. Okay, so yeah, food's going down again because the people are coming back to work, so they're eating. That's the scouts that are moving out to the coal mines. So again, I'm hoping for plenty of resources to come back. Or again, some extra coal to come back from that. Oopsie daisies. So what's wrong with this? Let's go with food rations to start with. See where we come from. Is the steel mill? Oh, it is. Outstanding. So let's get a load of workers in there. Get the heating on to keep them nice and toasty warm. It will, I think, so it's actually quicker with 10 people steel per hour than the automaton. I'm going to struggle with that all the time. So it's going to give us extraction, but the automaton does work 24 hours a day, so it'll have to balance itself out. It's probably actually better. So that's 2.5. So even through the night, that's producing 2.5. So it's half, well, just under half of what it does. So that actually having that one running through the day at a higher level, and this one continuing to run through the day and the night will it'll work for us actually a lot better. Again, we're getting wood in. I don't think the automatons can actually work the wood in sawmills, which is a shame. There's been a couple of updates to the game recently. I've noticed that it's automatons can work the steel. Okay, that's pretty cool then. Let's turn the speed up a bit now. It's useful to know actually that they do work these sawmills. Just making sure our hothouses are producing. It's only one raw food. Gives us plenty. Doesn't need any extra heat from there. Medical outpost. If I turn that off, it becomes comfortable. If I turn it on, it prevents getting ill. So even in that area, even in livable conditions, it's a low risk of getting ill. Okay. So, just free time at the moment. We're going to come back into the work time soon. I think that's at 8 AM that starts. We'll get more we'll get the research coming in again for the quicker scouts. Discontent has actually disappeared, which is amazing, to be quite honest. Cold at home. Where are people cold at home? Medical outpost 10. Oh, so that tent is cold there. Okay. We're building a steam hub, I believe. Okay, so steam hubs don't consume. So that is a tent.
Move! Time to get to work.
So I remember our steam hubs. There's one there. Okay, let's just stop for a minute. So I want to get this sorted out. So there's a steam hub there again. Heat map is going to help so much. That's a steam hub. Powering 24 hours. So it creates a small heat zone around it. So even with this steam hub, it's still not warm enough. These areas are still classed as being chilly. Again, it has got colder actually. So, shall we Let's stick the generator into overdrive. For now. Let's go and see what our scouts have got. The coal mine is automated. The engine is pressured, but the mining has stopped. The snow around is untrodden, and an eerie silence hangs in the air. Explore. More coal than we can use. This coal mine was operation until very recently. The machinery isn't running now, but there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. Perhaps the mine simply extracted its quota or filled the loading bay. We could retrieve plenty of raw materials if we took the machinery apart. So we'll get 2 steam cores, we'll get a load of wood, we'll get the coal, we'll get a load of steel. But if we only take the stored coal, then we've actually got a coal mine that we can work, I'm assuming, with the outposts. Okay, take the stored coal. And then you guys are going to go, you're going to go home with your coal. Okay, cool. So it has dropped colder. How's the heat map looking now with that increase? Everyone is in livable conditions, which is good. I am happy with that. I just need to keep an eye on the... oh. What's this? Man from Winterhome. We found an exhausted man at the edge of our city. He said that he came from Winterhome, a settlement located not far from here, and he was the last survivor. Winterhome is dead. Everyone's dead. There's no hope for survival in this cursed wasteland. You're all doomed. You must escape. These were his last words. So we're alone. The news has shocked everyone in the city. There were supposed to be many settlements and construction crews here. People living normal lives in homes heated by generators. But we're alone. Hope falls. So we've got protests. Should have stayed in London. They're all dead. Oh goddamn! Look how. Oh no. Winterhome has fallen. They're all dead. How can we survive here without any help? We have to go back to London. There's no hope for us here in this frozen desert. Desert? Ice cream. People start to gather as the news of the fate of Winterhome spreads through the city. Some people want to drop everything and flee to London. Panic is starting to set in. Is this where I lose the game? Okay, so I must give them purpose. People are shaken, racked by fear and doubt. They've lost hope in our chances of survival. Desperation could quickly push them to commit reckless acts. You have to unite them behind the vision of the future. Decide now what will give them purpose and restore hope, or else our city will descend into chaos that consumed Winterhome. New set of laws become available. Order. Order and discipline, or faith. So, okay, so this is where we decide what type of game we want to run. Do we go down a dictatorship or a spiritual? Well, neither of them have worked out in history, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Especially if you were Gandhi in Civ. Ah, damn, he had nukes so quickly. I think I'm gonna do a faith run. Let's see what a faith will give us. The House of Prayer. We need a place to practice our faith in peace. New building, House of Prayer. New ability, Sermon. People in Nimno will gather to pray, which will raise their hope. I will have to build 2 houses of prayer. 30 wood and 10 steel. Sermon. A short sermon will be delivered in places of worship. Hope will rise. Okay.
Listen, everyone. New
Here,
law is
have
signed.
religion, because, you know, why not? Okay, so let's give it a where are our main areas? Did we upgrade upgrade to some of these bunkhouses? We did actually, yeah. Okay, good stuff. Not all of them, a lot of them are still tents. So our main living area was round here. So, does this have a base heating level 2? See, I'm not going to be able to reach everyone with these prayer houses. Put one there, put one there. Have some overlap, but again it's the central, these ones in here that I'm really going to struggle with coverage. Let's stick one there and stick one there to start with. Get them built. I'll cover these areas. Can we upgrade? Actually we can get some. How much are the bunkhouses again? People, bunkhouse, 20 wood, 10 steel. Let's get these two built first and see how we go on. Let's bring the speed up to get these built. Temperature is chilly in the steel works. Oh, I missed that completely. The Londoners, the unconvinced want to leave. Sir, you've convinced the majority, but hope is low. A group of our people are still so scared they want to flee the city for London in 15 days. They've come to try to change your mind. You say faith will save us. Nonsense. What are we going to pray for when What are we going to pay for food when we start to starve? Shouts one of them. If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like Winterholm. Calm down, we're not going to die. Calm down, I still can't read properly. The Londoners. The people are divided. Some of them are so scared they want to leave the city for London in 15 days. They'll try to convince others to join them, preying on their discontent. Fear may lead people to desperate acts. Maintain peace, give people hope, and manage their discontent to guide the city safely through the looming social crisis. Okay, so now we have Londoners. Don't let the Londoners disrupt the city. Remaining 14. This is 18 Londoners, and we have 14 days. Many people may join the Londoners, so they've got a high tendency of joining right now. Hope is dropping. But we're getting the house, the religious places in. We finished teching, so let's go back and tech some more. I think we actually go for the outpost depot. Thinking that the coal stuff that we found. Is there anything else that's going to give us a better resource depot upgrade? More resources is good. Coal mining takes a steam core. Charcoal kiln burns wood. I don't particularly want to do that. Infirmary. Hothouse insulation. Hunters. More food. More food. Let's okay, so we've called in a airdrop, no, a preaching thingy in the bob. So we're going to get people preaching. It's very, very cold. I think we need to get a steam hub in this area. Do we have one there? We do have one there. I want to build one there. Build one there. Got my food storage. In fact, actually we maxed out. So when we were reaching the max, I'm glad we did build that. People living near a house of prayer, which is good. I think we probably want to get some of these tents upgraded now to bunkhouses. try and get them all swapped out. So 20 wood.
Workday ends.
Let's get 3, and then we just run out of steel. We've got 15 people homeless, but don't worry. That's your new houses are going to get built, and everything will be fine. So still only 18 people who are wanting to go back to that there London in the south. What's happening here? Current fishing. 4 people are building, that's why. There are your houses. You can go back to running the pub. In fact, let's get rid of the engineers and put the people in the pub. That makes more sense. It's chilly, so let's get the heating on in there as well. Cemetery's cold, but yeah, it's full of dead people, so let's not worry about that too much. Is everyone warm enough? So the bunkhouses are nice and warm. The house of prayer is nice and comfortable, which is good. So I think we can keep pushing out the prayer thingies. Is there any more? Is there any other faith stuff that we can do right now? So it is just house of prayer. Oh shit, how's this going? It's at 74%, so we got a little bit longer to go. Scouts have returned, a buttload of coal. So we can keep sending scouts out there, it looks like, but let's just hang on and let these guys get to Winterhome and see what generates from that. Steam level 2, so we've got a +1 temperature. Maybe we do want to focus on getting things, so I imagine it can only get colder in this game. Having more steam cores, steam hubs does increase the coal usage, but I don't think it's a bad thing either. For a steam hub there, for example. If we can get this research completed, Londoners have got more followers. People join the Londoners. So the people who want to leave for London have successfully urged their friends and neighbours to join them. People are more easily persuaded because they have little hope in our ultimate survival. I see. Dicks. So, where are our fighting arenas again? So we have one there, and we have one there. So they're covered. So they've got some. Can I build anything to make them happy? House of Prayer's covering there. It's covering there. Could we get one in there, maybe? God damn it. See, my placement ability sucks. A third one would cover there as well. I'm trying to build again. 10 steel and 30 wood. So let's get another in there. Did the bunkhouse got steel as well? I think they did. Bunkhouse. Yeah, 10 steel. Okay, so the scouts have arrived at Winterhome. Steam cores. Crouched at the edge of the city, we stood there speechless, staring at the scene of devastation. It's a city of dead. Most of the buildings are destroyed and the generators exploded. The streets of the ruined city are littered with scores of dead bodies. The City Chronicle describes the shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair, with the following squabbles, riots and descents into anarchy, fights for dwindling resources and eventual starvation. The last entry, God forgive us, we're eating our dead. There's no hope. I suggested that in part 2 when we found lots of bodies, and I was saying why can't we take the bodies? You know, it's flash frozen, it's just like, you know, Smart Mum shop at Iceland. It's just like that. We could have eaten people. It would have worked. So anyway, Snowcliff and American Camp, may they rest in peace. Oh, and we do get 2 steam cores. Okay, that's pretty cool. So if they're carrying steam cores, I want those guys to return to the city with those steam cores. These, on the other hand, so Snow Cliff, Winter Home, American Camp. Tell you what, go to the American Camp since you're actually close by to it. I wonder if our captain really has a plan. No, I've been found out. No, I don't. Right, let's get things running again. Yeah, we've seen the scouts. I'm going to have to turn this off very quickly. Church is done. People are back to work.
Time to get to work.
What? Okay, it's livable. Right. I've turned that off, haven't I? It's not going to explode on me. Yeah, it's going down now. Hope is... So we got 170, got an extra load of people living near there, which is good. Let's get some more resources. We'll do some more building overnight. So is that an actual new building? More research. Keep going with the research. Yeah, I want these outpost depots. So Hunter's Hammer. Base hitting level 3, so that's a bit nicer. Hunter's base here overnight adventure, but so it's another Hunter's hut, so that's 15 raw per day. That's 30 raw per day. So it's costing us more material. In fact, 40 steel is quite a lot. Excuse me. So we're reporting that steel is low, but we are knocking out steel pretty well. I still have lots of unemployed people. I wonder if it's worth getting more again, because it still works through the night, so it does balance itself out a bit more. Okay. So what are we doing? We've got the map. We've got these going out to the American camp. We've got these guys coming back with 2 steam cores, which is going to give us, we could actually build the factory and the prosthetics. So I think that's probably a good place to put a cut in. Hope you've enjoyed this series so far. I'm always happy to have comments and likes, please. I don't usually haul for them because the channel is still very young, and to be honest, I don't really know what I'd do if we took off. That's probably not going to happen anyway, but it would be nice. What's happening here? Why is the sawmill inoperative? So we've actually used all the resources of that sawmill. I was actually winding up then, but let's send the workers back. God damn. So we want to get another sawmill up and running, don't we? Let's dismantle that building then, because there's no more resources. Resources. Sawmill. I can sort out the street adjacency. What's that there? So is that for the... that must be for the... the wall drill, which we haven't researched. And that wood's run out pretty quickly. So let's stick that there. We'll get a street in. Onto there like that. Oh cool, that looked like a place for the outpost. So we'll get the guys out to build that as well. What's going on here? Sawmill has been dismantled, yep, so there's no need for that. We'll get some wood back. But maybe we do need to look at those wall drills now. That's something we probably do need to look at. Hope. Wow, look at that. So right now, the hope is... There are no negative modifiers to hope. A handful of people may join the Londoners, it's like some sort of fucking crime-fighting group. So that's quite low. It was quite high to start with, so maybe I'm actually managing this better than what I thought I was. Anyway guys, again, thank you very much for watching. Drop a like, I'd love to hear from you with the comments. If you enjoyed the video, a subscription would be nice as well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.